Again, the example of drugs that I gave earlier, this is a screenshot. So it's almost like ordering from Amazon or Jumia or any online Noon, for example, but it's illegal substances, right? In most countries, some countries it's legal. Of course, Middle East, Africa, and many other areas in Asia, it's still illegal. But you can order. You can go online, click this, add to cart, add to cart. The interesting thing, however, is that when it comes to payments, these sites do not take credit card, right? They do not take SWIFT, bank transfer, PayPal. You have to pay in Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency. Usually it's Bitcoin. So this is where the world of cybersecurity, the dark web, and Bitcoin intersect together. It's all these three. And of course, to get Bitcoin to pay, you need to have access to Bitcoin and download a wallet, and that's a separate process. Again, this is just an example here of different types of credit card data that you can buy on the dark web. All right. So just to recap, we now know some concepts about cybersecurity. We've seen this deep web and dark web. We can talk perhaps more details about it in some lecture, but I just wanted to share it today to raise awareness, right? To protect ourselves and protect our children also and others, right? So not only work, but in their personal life, we should know there is this dark web. It's dangerous. They target children. They target young people, you know, either for terrorism or for other reasons. Gang, they can hack. People can use it to do a lot of illegal things. That being said, there are a lot of websites on the deep web, normal websites, just people want privacy. They don't want to be monitored. They don't want to be on Google, right? And some of it could be just a discussion forum or a blog about a topic that's sensitive, you know, or it could be, for example, let's say in one country, you have an opposition and the government is tracking them. So they create their website on the deep web to discuss there instead of the regular internet. And it's easier to hide your identity on the deep web and more difficult to arrest the people. So there are different reasons why people use the deep web. But one thing I wanted to share with our lovely audience today is that it does exist. It is there, and we've seen what it looks like, and we've seen some things we can do on it. So just to protect ourselves, again, awareness, I can't stress how important this is. We need some technical knowledge, you know, just to protect ourselves, how to install an antivirus, run it, don't click on something we don't know, and follow security best practices. So security best practice, we mentioned some of them, like use a firewall, for example, use a strong password, and use two-factor authentication. And that brings us to the end of the presentation today. Thank you very much for your attention. It's been my pleasure. And yeah, I'll open the floor once again. If we have any final thoughts or questions, I'll be happy to answer them now.
Our audience, Dr. Ahmed has given a really brilliant presentation and lecture to all of us. So sorry.
Thank you.
So
my pleasure. You're very kind.
Welcome. So seriously, what we have witnessed today was short of nothing but brilliant information, brilliant presentation skills and language here. So we really appreciate that. Thanks for you giving us your time, and thanks for your information. Seriously, thanks a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen,
really appreciate it. It's my pleasure, Mr. Abdul. My pleasure.
Yes, thanks a lot, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would love to have a Q&A with Dr. Ahmed, please. And if possible, let's all of us open the camp so we can have, you know, a gathering pictures.
I mean, I hope it was interesting and useful. I know the topic covered many different areas. Maybe we need time to see it, but yeah, even in the future, if you have questions, You can also send them to the team, and then I'll be happy to coordinate and answer them as soon as I can. But it is an interesting topic, and if anyone has any further questions on it, or the deep web or the dark web, please let us know.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Ahmed. It was very useful.
Thank you very much.
Information and very, very interesting. والله. We got
I'm glad you liked it.
Yes, this knowledge. About the dark web, is it accessible for everyone, everyone, or just like private section or private section?
Excellent question, Mr. Mohammed. So thank you for the kind words. Thank you for joining today as well. It's
Okay.
actually accessible for everyone.
Mm.
So that's why we need awareness, and we need to make sure that we understand it exists and how to use it and what happens if you use it, right? In order to access the dark web or the deep web, you need the VPN, a browser, and sometimes an extra tool to do security. And then once you're in, right, you have to know where to go. It's not as organized as Google, and everything is, you know, if you search, you get all these results. And yes, there is searching. It does have browsers. It does have search engines. But a lot of the sites there are private, and you have to know the link itself. This onion, you know, the cipher code.onion. You take this link, you put it in the address here in this browser, Tor, it's called the Tor browser. And then it opens up, right? And the way it looks, it's actually similar to how the old internet started. It's slower, by the way, it uses less graphics, less video, less, less quality, lower quality images. It's slower to load. Excuse me, because it needs, when you do a VPN and run this browser, it has different components. It makes it jump around different IP addresses across the world. So it's difficult to track, right? So the governments and police cannot easily track it. Like IP address is very clear, and they can see the region, the area. And so that's why it's usually slower. But to answer your question, if you have the tools installed, anyone can open it right now and enter the dark web, right? But the thing is, most people don't know about it.
Yes, it's like a risk area.
It's a risky area.
Yes, yes.
And there's also another reason. So in some countries, it's illegal, right? Or it's not legal, but not illegal. So it's a gray area, and people don't know, okay? So I have a VPN. Some countries ban VPN, it's illegal, right? Because it's hiding your location, actually. Yes. And if you have a VPN and you're going online, they might assume, okay, why are you hiding yourself? You're trying to do something illegal. So that's wrong. And it's, you can get in trouble. But how do you know about it if you don't try it and see it, right? And what's legal and what's not? Some websites are legal, some are illegal, right? But yes, what's illegal? Again, it opens up a lot of questions. What is legal and illegal? If I'm opening this website to do research that I showed about drugs and mafia and passports, is this illegal? Or is ordering illegal, right? And that's why it's a difficult area to really put rules for. It's not very clear. It's a gray area, right?
I guess it depends on the country's rules or the government rule in exactly. Every country.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, some countries are more flexible, some countries are more strict, but it is there. And if someone wants to explore it, you can. But of course, be careful and read about it so you know what you're doing before accessing this world. And don't click anything or do something you're not sure about, right? Because also there are hackers there targeting people who are curious, coming to see. Right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
So we should be careful.
Thanks, very good.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad. Great question. Thank you. Any other thoughts or questions from our audience?
I think, is there any other questions going to Dr. Ahmed? All right. So I believe there is no other questions, Dr. Ahmed.
Okay.
So we come
Thank you.
across to the end of our session. Once again, thank you for giving us the information. Thanks for giving us your time. It was short of nothing but brilliant, excellent. And
Thank you for the
hope we
kind
will have,
words.
we hope we'll have this kind of, sessions more in the coming future. So we thank you,
Inshallah.
sir. Inshallah.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure really to meet you and the team and our lovely audience. And we can, of course, continue, inshallah, with more sessions in the near future.
Inshallah. Thanks a lot, all of our audience, for attending. We really appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed and you had the useful information. So, yeah, that's all.
So have a great day, everyone. And again, if you have any questions, please send them to Engineer Abdullah and I can coordinate with him to answer them at any time in the future as well.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
thanks.
Mr. Ayman.
The
Thank
lecture
you.
was
Sir.
very rich, and inshallah, we will be in touch for more lectures. And
Inshallah.
thank you.
Thank you for joining. It's my pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
And
We hope to see you soon.
Stay safe, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.